How's it going, guys? One, I want to congratulate you guys on choosing yourself. You clicked this link, you followed the email, you went all the way down the rabbit hole, and now you're landed here to check this information out for the first time. And I can tell you this, I am truly excited for you guys for the simple fact that this is a skill set that you're learning about that could possibly sever your time from money for the rest of your life. And that's something that's invaluable. Time is an irreplaceable asset. And the fact that you are investing your time to learn about ways to, save your time, that's truly amazing. And I definitely applaud you for that. With that said, what is this? What are we here for? But before we get into that, let me tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is De Leon, and I guess my story starts off when I was 17, 18 years old. I dropped out of high school, had a kid at a young age, and from that point, I had the choice on whether I was going to be a statistic or I was going to, do something with my life. I didn't have the luxury to be a statistic for the simple fact my son was counting me at that point. So then I went to construction. I did overhead power, telecom, and I did a lot of different, high danger construction because that's what I thought I was worth, and that's what I thought was the only way I could provide an income for my family. But then I moved into, investing and building assets, and that's where I landed at this beauty right here, which is Intro to Forex. Now, in school, we were taught two different ways on how we can actually earn money. But the thing is, there's actually four different streams of income you can develop for yourself. One being the employee quadrant. If you work for somebody, you have a job, you're trading your time for money. I would definitely be grateful and thankful, especially during, this day and age. But the inherent ceiling in trading your time for money is you can only trade your time 24 times a day. You're only one person. You can only be at one place at one time. And until you learn how to trade 1,000 hours a day, you can never become wealthy or rich or financially free or independent in this quadrant. Then you move into the small business quadrant. I believe that this is the smartest, hardest working quadrant of all of them. And that tends to be the problem because of the simple fact that you're completely dependent on your own efforts to make your own money. So the thing is, we were taught our entire life time is money, but really time is life and money is choice. The choices you make today impact the type of money you make tomorrow. If time was money, there's no real reason why Elvis Presley out earns us every year. And that's the reason why business owners, big business owners, they actually understand the art of multiplication. They understand how to sell 1,000 hours in a single day. They understand the multiplying of their efforts through systems. One person works for the system. One person is the system. One person leverages the system that works for them. And investors, they are some of the smartest people on this entire quadrant for the simple fact that they use money to work for them instead of them working for money. Money's a fantastic employee. Doesn't call off sick, doesn't have any, vacation days, but it's a terrible master. If you live your life serving money, you're not living your best life. And that's why I found the quickest way to move into the investor quadrant was through the Forex market. The Forex market is literally one of the quickest ways people are actually moving and learning how to have money work for them instead of them working for money. What is Forex? Let's start with that. Forex is an abbreviation for foreign exchange. And foreign exchange happens when you simply exchange one currency for another one. So let's take example, the US dollar. And we're going to spring break to Mexico, right? And we exchange our US dollar for Mexican pesos, the equivalent amount, right? Well, the exchange rate is always fluctuating. So depending on the time of day or the news that happens or corporations making transactions between the border, you can capitalize on the peso going up in value and the US dollar going down in value. So I start off with $100 in my equation, then I move back into the United States and I exchange it back into US dollars. Now I have $110 for this example, right? Just 10% of my investment simply by holding a specific currency in this specific example. What's crazy is people are literally using that formula right there to create part-time wealth, full-time wealth, and even build themselves generational wealth, which is absolutely crazy. So, what's also crazy is we are living in a time where your money is already on the foreign exchange market. If you have a bank account, your money is already in the foreign exchange market. 80% of the Bank of China's profits were made on the foreign exchange market. And there's numerous other banks that are participating in it. So let me ask you this question. If your money is making somebody money, why isn't your money making you money, especially if it's already on the same exact market? With that said, let's go into some of the details of the foreign exchange market. One, the biggest market most people can think of is the New York Stock Exchange, which is a $22 billion per day industry. That is huge. I won't, argue that fact there. But the foreign exchange market is a $6.6 trillion per day market, which is absolutely insane. If you did the math on that, I believe, I did tell you earlier I dropped out of high school, right? But 7.7 billion people at a $6.6 trillion market, that's enough money to give every person on earth $853 every day for the rest of the year. That's insane how vast this market is. There's enough money on this one market to end world poverty. There's just not enough knowledge to get it. So actually getting the knowledge to be able to participate in this market is absolutely crucial. So how do you participate in the market? Well, there's three directions the market moves. It moves upwards, that's called an uptrend, downtrend, and sideways markets. We won't talk about sideways markets today. We'll just focus on the up and down trend. Most people think that you have to be versed in how to, I don't know, polynomials and different, math algorithm. No, I don't even know what I just said. I hope I told you guys I'm a high school dropout. But with that said, all you need to know is how to recognize patterns. That's it. That's a first grade, second grade, skill set right there on how to recognize patterns. And as you can see from this slide here, you have your W's, you have your M's. We can go into the specifics of the strategies, but the basics of it being, if something has occurred 100 times in the market in the past, what's the chances of it occurring 101 times, right? So we're pretty much just, glorified pattern recognizers. Also, there's three directions. I gave you guys that earlier: upwards, downwards trend, and sideways trend. Most people ask me, how do you make money on a downwards trend? Well, let me ask you this. When I was talking about the US dollar versus the Mexican peso, which currency was up, which currency was down? Like, which one is up or down? There is no up or down when it comes to the Forex market. There's a this or that. You're racing two horses, and you're trying to find out which currency is going to be more powerful in the next hour, day, week, whatever your strategy calls for, right? So that's how we actually make money on a downwards trend. Foreign exchange is not recession proof. It's recession charged. Literally, like, you can make more money during a recession than you can at any other point through the foreign exchange market. So we're about to put a sell order on a downwards trend, and congratulations, you just caught 70 pips. What's a pip? Oh, I'm glad you asked. A pip is a measurement of distance. That's how we measure moves in the market. What's a mile? What's a kilometer? Just a measurement of distance, pretty much, right? So let's say we had a 0.01 lot size, which is the equivalent to 10 cents per pip. And that was our order that we put into our trading platform. Well, congratulations. If you had a 0.01 per pip, that means you just made yourself $7. Congratulations. What if you had a 0.1 instead? Well, that's $70. What if you had a 1.0, which is the equivalent to $10 per pip? Congratulations, you just made yourself $700. And what's crazy is there's literally no difference in the skill set that's needed to make $7 or $700. The only difference is moving a decimal point. And when you understand that you have the skill set to turn $1 into $2, that is the platform and the basis to never go broke again. And that's why this is super cool, because this is literally helping you leverage the market that you're already in, to actually, create yourself a income that could set yourself up for time freedom. So most people ask me, how do I know when to get into the market? How do I know when to buy? How do I know when to sell? What patterns am I looking for when I enter the market? Well, that's when you leverage the information that's in our education platform to actually learn how to participate in the market. But what's cool is it's very comprehensive, very easy to understand, and helps you actually absorb the information that you actually get through the mentorship program. Mentorship actually is going to teach you and trade with you and show you how to be profitable while you're still learning. You see, I don't expect anybody to master the skill set in just 1 month or just one sitting through the academy. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to master or even learn the skill set myself if that was the only option. What I needed and what most people need is mentorship, handheld, actual like showing and going of the way for me to actually be profitable. And I'm sure you guys will need the same thing. Well, you guys get the live trade with 6, 7, 8 figure earners who are actually profiting in the market live time, and you're able to enter the same trades as them. So while you're still learning, you're learning the skill set to actually be able to copy and paste the same trade setups that these professionals are actually trading with in front of you. And not to mention, we also have applications that you could download on your phone right now. People don't understand how simple it is to enter and exit any trade. All you need is 3 numbers. People tell me that trading is super risky. Well, your first number is your safety net. I am not willing to lose or risk more than 2 or 5% of my account. If I had a $100 account, I'm not risking more than $2 or $5, right? Then that's your safety net. That's called your stop loss. Your take profits. We're not trading our job for another job. I'm not going to sit in front of the screen with toothpicks on my eyelids all day and watch charts. No, that's not what I got into this for. What I got into this was for time freedom. So with that said, if the market hits a profit point that I preset, which is called my take profits number, it'll automatically exit me out of the market with my profits on my phone. And what's crazy is all you need is your stop loss, which is your safety net, your take profits, and your entry point to enter any trade. Three numbers. What if a 6, 7, or 8 figure trader was to send you those same three numbers that he's entering into his trading platform to your phone? That's crazy. We live in a time where we have apps that give you professional trade setups that you're actually able to capitalize on. Not to mention, there's also copy and paste services, but there's also automated services that literally scan the market and look for high probable trade setups that are up to 80% accurate on his 1 hour or 4 hour time frames. Automation. At this day and age, we really have to be looking at where the future is going. Automation is moving more into the workforce. And at this point, we really have two options at play. We can either A, leverage automation, or B, unfortunately, a lot of people are to be replaced by automation. I'm happy and grateful to be in a boat where I have the ability to invest into other economies that are doing well during this time. And I'm also in a boat where I can invest into automation, leveraging it to help me create an income for myself. And I wanted to show you guys the same opportunity and bring this to your attention so that you guys could possibly do the same thing. With that said, what does the next step look like? I would love to get you connected with one of our coaches. Honestly, these are some of the most genuine, hardest working people that you'd ever meet, and they really pour a lot of themselves into helping you accomplish your next 3, 6, 9 week goals. I would also love to get you connected with our community. These are some of the most supportive people that you would ever meet, and we are all, striving towards financial freedom and success. So let's go ahead and schedule a time that would work for you for a live one-on-one coaching that could help you get plugged into the education platform and get you connected with everybody. Once again, I just want to take this moment to congratulate you guys for taking the first step towards your time and financial freedom. I look forward to getting you guys plugged into our amazing coaches, our amazing community, and I look forward to seeing you guys around.